Rise and shine, sweet loves, and welcome to Willow's Book Apothecary, where we discover the wisdom and wonder between the pages of great books. Today I'm going to be reading to you a passage from Imagination, a Manifesto by Ruha Benjamin, and this passage reflects on how games reinforce struggles of power and inequality. The point remains, games are serious business. They reflect and reinforce broader social patterns of power and inequality. Take the game Monopoly, which has sold over 250 million units since Parker Brothers began mass producing it in 1935. Most people don't know that the precursor to Monopoly was the landlord's game, created by feminist anti-monopolist Elizabeth Magie. Magie, like so many others at the time, was inspired by economist Henry George's 1879 bestseller Progress and Poverty. She decided to create a game to demonstrate the evils of monopoly, inviting players to reject the impoverishment and displacement upon which gross concentrations of wealth depend. She applied for a patent in 1903, and 3 decades later, Parker Brothers would pay her only $500 for the rights. Although Magie intended players to experience the game as a fantasy that eats us alive, monopolizing power and resources ends up, for many of us, being the object of desire, not disdain. Those of us trapped inside the capitalist dream are taught to identify with the winner and look down on the losers. Apophobia is what philosopher Adela Cortina calls the fear, hatred, and rejection directed at poor people. The question is, should we try to change the rules to allow for more winners? Or is it possible to subvert the game, maybe even stop playing, and imagine a social and economic system that doesn't immiserate the masses to enrich the few? I am deeply astonished to see how ingrained the rat race is into our everyday life, from our childhood board games, the apps, the educational system, our communities, and it's so unbelievably subtle. So my question for you today is it possible for us humans to cultivate a culture with more cooperative economics, or do you feel as if we are in too deep? If this passage resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you would like more daily literary wisdom, then hit subscribe. I will see you tomorrow.